Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. This is a channel where I tend to look at Pokemon cards, primarily focusing on the artwork. It is a rambling video today. Not quite sure what I want to talk about. I want to talk about a number of things, I guess. I'm going to start where I probably will end up finishing the video, which is talking about exclusive stamped promo versions of cards. Now, this darned thing I had to get for my Arita collection, but it was only released in America, and I'm not in America, and therefore it cost me a lot of money, and I was kind of pissed off by that because I think it was it may have been a free thing if you bought product in America. I don't know, but it seems unfair that they produce things just for the American market that collectors in this country and further abroad would like to have in their collections. Doesn't seem fair. Anyway, that's just a little aside. Let me just put that back in my binder. No, I wanted to look, first thing I wanted to look at was this file. Now this is Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia in Japanese. And I'm looking at this because we're about to get the English versions, or English version. No, they are versions. I think that, is it releasing as 2 sets in this? I think it is. No, it's not. It's releasing as 1. Do you know, I'm not even sure. I should have looked at it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They're coming out. I want to look at which cards I will be chasing. I won't be chasing this. Yasukuni I do sort of collect, but only in Japanese. Aspara, I will be getting this one, even though I'm not completed on Aspara. I think it's just a lovely card, so I'll be picking that one up. We'll see these again later on. Uninori Shiftry, I have to get that because I am obsessive about Uninori. Satama has done a Ninetales. I will need that. Let's have a look. Over here. What do I need in English on here? Well, I do collect a Kubo in Japanese only, but I mean, it's a cheap card. I will get this one here. Beautiful Tyrogue here. Over here, I will be chasing Matazo's Krogunk because I collect Matazo. I'll be chasing Tomomi Yazaki's Marshadow because I collect Tomomi Yazaki in both languages. I do like this little Knackly by So. Quite like Kodama's Knuckle Stack, but it's it's not an important card. I don't see anything else there that I'll be needing. Let's see. I used to collect Kawaii, but their style over the last few years has really, it's just fallen away. I think this is a very weak card indeed. Akagi, so no, I don't need it in English. Don't worry about that one. What else do I need here? It's an adequate Uiraby. It's a bit boring. Tink tink. Saboteri is becoming a problem because they're releasing these Mega Charizards, etc. So I may have to just drop my Saboteri collection completely. Save myself a lot of money that way. But we will see how I feel about that. So I don't see anything else there. Now here's one of the big ones. I'm going to have to chase this down in English. And it was incredibly cheap in Japanese, so I'm hoping it'll be cheap-ish in English. But I will have to get a copy of Arita's Mega Absol. And actually, this Furusawa Lily is such a lovely card. I mean, I'm not a Lily fan or anything, but Furusawa is a great artist, and I think this is a nice little card. So I will probably get English copies of that just for the collection. Minaminami Take I only collect in Japanese, so I don't need to chase that down. Now, looking at the other set, this is Symphonia, I think. Yes. This is going to be a big one for me. Kamanabe's Chikorita. Kamanabe, one of my favourite artists. However, Rend. I've been collecting Rend in both English and Japanese up to this point, and I've really gone off what they're doing at the moment. This is certainly a completely uninspiring card. Absolutely forgettable, not very exciting card. So I think my Rend collecting days are over. However, Nisimono, who I do collect, has turned out the most beautiful bay leaf. Absolutely one of the cards of the year for me. So that is definitely one I will be chasing down. Kuromori's Ninjask, Ninkada. I love Kuromori. I collect them only in Japanese. I therefore don't need to get the English versions. And actually, this is a somewhat subdued card. I like what they've done with it, but it's not that important. Haraka Sakura only collect in Japanese, so I don't need to chase that one down. What else is here? Well, we'll see. I've got them in later on anyway. But Tairei has done the most perfect Sobble card. Well, it's a perfect example of why I like Tairei Kitsu's artwork. Their palette is so typical of them, and their line work is incredible. Their perspective is incredible. So that is a lovely, lovely card. I will be getting English copies of that. Another Akagi here. We've got this Inteleon. Not that big a fan of it. Not that big a fan of the Pokemon either. I mean, Himeno's Snom is nice, but I've stopped collecting modern Himeno. She's a lovely lady, has a very nice cat, but I'm not completist on Himeno at the moment. Again, Saboteur, probably going to drop that as a collection. Takumi Wada has let me down on this one. I mean, I love Takumi Wada's work. I love Raikou. I just think that's really poor image of Raikou. It's too short. There's no body to it. The hind legs are too close to the forelegs. There's no chest to it or anything. What else do I like here? I mean, I quite like this little Pachirisu Botono, but no, not essential. It's not an artist I'm completist on. And I've got another Saboteur here. What else do I like here? Well, Satama. Now I think there's also going to be a holo version as a promo with a blister pack of this Satama Curlia. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But I'm getting scuppered with Satama at the moment, so that is a problem. What else have we got here? Got another Metazo here with this Houndstone. And the card of the set probably is Unonori doing Latios. I will be getting this in every language. I'll do one of my pages of every language, every version. I've got to get the Baniri for my Baniri collection. I've got to get the Stuffle for my Stuffle collection. But I'm not particularly impressed by either of those bits of artwork. Kimura's done a nice Delibird here. And Hyoganosuke's done a nice Beware. So, moving on. Yeah, this is what I'm currently working on. So I'm finishing up the final multi-copies of things I needed for various collections from Black and White, Black Bolt, White Flare. So I've completed that. These will go into my Lillipup collection. That's my Lillipups added to. I'm just waiting for a second or third copy of the Master Ball of this Mien Fu. No, this is the English one, so that's fine. But I've had to get all of these for my Kishin collection and for the main collection of the set, and now I'm doing it for my Mien Fu collection. Same with the Mien Shao. I collect Mien Shao, I collect Mien Shin. I collect Keishin and Tsuyuki I collect. So yeah, I've had to buy multiple copies of all of these. So this is just the final set for the Species collection files, which will then be transferred over into the Species collection files. Scraggy, another species I collect, so I've had to get all of those again. Heatmore, species I collect. So and I also collect Korea, who did this one, so I've got copies of this already over in my Korea file, but now I need copies for my Heatmore collection. it's all these multis that I have to keep getting. So we've got this one ready for the Cinchino collection, the Blitzel collection, but I've also had to get these for my Natsumi Miyanose collection. And we're just waiting for another Master Ball copy of the English Minccino for my Minccino collection. So this is where this page, well, it won't go in this binder, it'll go in my other binder over there, but these are just memory cards to remind me what I need to be purchasing. So I'll be getting this one in all languages. I'll be getting these ones. Oh yeah, there was the Takumiwada Ivysaur. Need to get that as well. That's more successful than this one, but still, it's not absolutely perfect for me. But I like Takumiwada's work, and I am collecting them, so I'll be getting these. This is a key card. This Kamanabe Chikorita. So I'll be getting this in probably all languages. I think I'll do a full collection of that one. I'll get the English of this, as I say, and the English of that. I've got to get the English of that. The Bayleaf I'll get in all languages probably. So the all languages ones I'm going to be doing probably these two and the Latios by Uninori. I'll do full page collections of all of those. So that's where we are with that. Yeah, I'll be getting these ones as well. This Satama I am not going to get in English. I just can't justify that. So that's going to be the start of the end of my Satama collecting, I guess, along with the Mew, of course. But I've talked about that in previous videos. So what has annoyed me today? Let's move on to the other subject I wanted to talk about, which is this. Now, I am an obsessive collector of Charcadets. And the Pokemon Company hate me so much that they have decided to create a Charcadet promo for the Elite Trainer box of Phantasmal Flames. And they've made a Pokemon Center exclusive one. And I am not the type of person who can... I don't even know when they go on sale, but I certainly miss out on all these things. And the whole thing just makes me furious that I'm going to have to chase down a highly scalped promo version of the Charcadet with a Pokemon Center logo on it. And I've invested so much into my Charcadet collection that I really can't just miss out on that one, and that's frustrating. So I'm actually in a pissed off mood with the what's going on with the pre-orders of Phantasmal Flames. Keep forgetting the name of it. Meanwhile, I've managed to get Chinese copies of these two, so I've now completed that page. That's very nice. I need to get an alternate language on that, but I haven't found anything. I haven't found a Korean or a Chinese, because these are both Japanese here. So I need to find something different here. What else have we got here? We've got the same problem here. I need to get a Southeast Asian language version of one of that. That's all complete at the moment. That's all complete because I've got the Korean one there. I just need to fill the page. I mean, there may be a Chinese version of this one as well. Actually, I might even have it. Do I have it? Hang on. No, I don't. If there's a Chinese version of that, I don't have it, but then I wouldn't have anywhere to put it on the page. So as long as I've got the full 12, and it makes a nice page display. So what have we got here? We've got Korean. Just got Korean. Wouldn't mind getting other versions of that because that's such a powerful card. I want to get that. What have we got here? We've got Korean. No. Okay, just Korean on that one. And what have we got here? No, that's Japanese. Okay, so we've got Korean there. So we've got the Kamanabe, Phoebus, and we've got the Uninori Raticate. Yes, Raticate. Right, I'm waiting. This has been ordered. This is the Italian reverse of Kamanabe's Abomasnow. I still haven't ordered the Spanish reverse because I'm waiting for the new sets to come out so that I can possibly tag that order onto an order from Spain. Someone might have that, one of the Spanish sellers. I'm not going to just buy that as it's the only Spanish card I'm looking for at the moment, so I'm not likely to. It's just not worth it for the postage to do that until I'm ordering other things Spanish, like the Uninori Latios or something. And I'm waiting on, what am I waiting on here? I think it's the Chinese one of this Tropius by Atsuyuki. Yeah, I think it's the Chinese one, and I've ordered the Italian reverse. So this page will be complete as well. And that is where we are with that. I've given up on my Mudkip collection. That's Saboteri, Japanese Saboteri. Keshin, I'm waiting just for an extra copy of this in English, basic, regular English. For some reason, I didn't have enough copies of this for all my different files. But that'll bring my Keshin collection back to full, I guess. So that is that. And then I've kind of had to give up on this one. This was one I was going to do a full page of. And I'm having real trouble finding any of the cards possibly because it's a slightly older set. But also, I wasn't so inspired because once I started realizing that all the non-Japanese ones aren't this beautiful hollow, they're not nearly as nice, you know. This is an absolutely stunning card. This is Tairekitsu, obviously. And it's, I mean, the whole thing's upside down, of course, if you look at the landscape behind, but you've got the island in the sea, whatever. But it's just an incredible piece of artwork, and a Pokemon that I really quite like a lot. So I wanted to get that, but I was really struggling to find, what do we got here? We've got Spanish, we've got Italian. Yeah, that's all we got. We didn't, you know, French, German I wasn't finding easily. So, yeah, I think I'll give up on trying to do a complete page of that. I'll just accept that I've got a beautiful card there in Japanese, and that's all I really need. So my priorities over the next month or so will be to get that Unanori Latios, I guess, wherever it is. Oh, it's probably in the other file, wasn't it? Yeah, it was in the other file. Yeah, to chase down the Unanori Latios in all languages, probably the Bayleaf and the Chikorita as well. And I will end up with pages like this, multi-language pages of those particular cards. So it's been a rambling video today, probably of interest to very little, but thank you if you've watched it. I hope it's of interest. If there's anything you want me to cover or talk about more in depth, I will do my best to do that. But for the time being, that's me signing out for today.